Hey, long time no see. It's been quite some time since we did one of these kind of personal videos. I hope everyone's doing fantastic, even you and you. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been quite some time since I did any sort of US Mint update video. I kind of stayed true to what I had said, and at the very beginning of the video, year, not the video, at the very beginning of the year, where I wasn't really going to talk a whole lot about US Mint stuff this year. I probably had dedicated, I would have to say it's about 6 or less videos, where normally that amount would probably be up to like 15 or 20 videos. Now, it's no big surprise. Have we seen the US Mint offerings for 2022? Well, we finally have a first-hand look of what they got for the balance of the last 3 months of the years. Ooh, and it's like a heartburn-inducing list of products. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm not even going to show it to you. That's how weak sauce the list of upcoming products are going to be. So October 3rd, we had the Franklin Pierce Presidential Silver Medal. Take it for what it is. It's more presidential stuff, and it's silver. So as of right now, I believe these are still available, and they sure are. Holy shit. Who would have thought that? But when we're continuing on down the line, I mean, the list, the Mighty Minters Mint Holiday Ornaments, okay? They have, I guess, 2 different sets from what I could see. These are specifically holiday items for Christmas. So, I guess you're receiving 3 different ornaments, one in which has a Jefferson nickel, a $quarter, and a dollar coin. As that's one type in there. I mean, you guys can check this out yourself, usmint.gov. In case you're wondering, that's October 21st. There is another completely different set that is more traditional, more like snowflakes shaped and all that stuff. Same coins, of course. October 21st as well. As of right now, there are prices. And guess what? They have the ornaments going all the way back to 2019. All right, so they're rehashing, recycling a lot of the product. Still making them available. Of course, they all got like different designs and whatnot. $29.95 is what you expect to pay, but the 2019 ornament is $24.95, and these are all in sets of 3. So that's October 21st. Okay, and then after that, we have the final American Women's Series quarter release on October 25th. That's going to be mint rolls and bags, PD&S. The PD&S 3-roll set more than likely is a sellout already. However, the secondary market has kind of cooled off tremendously on the 3-roll set, specifically the S-Mint rolls. Aren't selling as what they used to when the Maya Angelou 3-roll set rolled out from the US Mint earlier in the year. Probably the most promising product that's going to be releasing between now and the end of the year. On October 26th is going to be the limited edition silver proof set. We're all familiar with this. Very nice black presentation display box with the felt lining. $201 is what this one comes out to be. Has all of the American Women's Series of quarters in 999 fine silver. Has the $half, has also the Roosevelt dime, and also a 2022 Silver Eagle with the new Type 2 reverse. All right. So all that for a grand total of $201, product limit of 50,000 sets. That will be the one product out of all of them that will sell out between now and the end of the year. It's not what I consider to be a 0 to 60 Bugatti type of speed sellout, but probably more so a V6 Toyota Camry kind of speed. It will sell out eventually, but I wouldn't think it's going to be within the first like 10 minutes. So $201, that's a pretty stiff price, and yeah, everything is silver in there, all minted in San Francisco, of course. So that's the biggest release for the end of the year. And then the last final other thing is going to be the American Innovation $1 coin reverse proof set. Yeah, that's nothing. That's a goose egg of a product right there, if I ever heard it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps it up for 2022. So with that being said, and knowing what we know as far as releases for the year, there have been a few standouts. It's a very unspectacular release year. The American Women's Series of Quarters has been one of the shining beacons. I would say the Purple Heart commemorative silver coins have also been, from what I heard, a dynamite release, among a few other things. So of course, like the proof silver eagles and things like that are always, you know, coins that perform consistently every single year. And then this year we just have this good old standard stuff, you know, W mint proofs, S mint proofs, things of that nature. There was a Negro Leagues coin that came out earlier in the year in January, like right out of the gate. First week of the year, that was the first highlighted product for the 2022 calendar year. Yeah, I would say this year was boring as shit. I'm willing to bet that probably 95% of you agreed with me, with exception of the purists, that every single year you guys go on there and you order your proof sets, your mid sets, and all that great stuff. And I'm like, I'm not knocking that. That's fine. But compared to what we've seen in years past, where they've had these continuous like dynamite, like one-off releases, I'm kind of worried, and I'm just a little bit scared about what we're going to see in 2023. Here's what we do know. They will be releasing, of course, the same kind of like lineup of coins. So you're going to have a couple of commemorative coins. You're going to have, of course, your main staples, your Silver Eagle program, your Gold Eagle program, the Buffalo Gold. There is also going to be probably more presidential medals, kind of like the same rehash of stuff. They've also revisited the Morgan and Peace Dollar series. And I'm telling you, I don't think that's really a good idea, number one. Number two, that is not going to spearhead the 2023 campaign, not by a stretch. The enrollment program for that particular series has been up for a while now, and they are not sold out of the enrollment, which leads us to this fact. People are just straight up salty over that series. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are especially salty against the U.S. Mint because of what transpired in 2021 with the whole pre-release debacle, and then people were they ended up getting their coins, and the quality control just sucked major monkey nuts, among a few other things. The one, I guess, kind of like positive flip side to this whole thing is that the Denver Mint Morgan Peace Dollar is a conditional rarity in Mint State 70 or Proof 70 or whatever it is. That is effectively a $1,000 plus coin if you want to pay that. But, aside from that, that was kind of like the big thing last year. All right. And the Type 1, Type 2 Silver Eagle set, which I am still very high on, by the way. If you guys can get that for cheap, I think that is a great bargain for the future. All right, so recognizing the old and the new all-in-one set, reverse proof style, I think it's just a gorgeous two-coin set that will have lots of staying power. But getting back into why I'm a little bit kind of on the edge about what 2023 will bring has to do with the direction. So it's obvious, and we all see it. I mean, we're not dumb and numb to this sort of thing. 2022 was kind of a hit the reset button for not only the U.S. Mint, but for staffing as well. Okay, we're exiting the pandemic period. I would like to say that the workforce is regenerating itself as it should. Quality control should be on the uptick. All right, so for those of you that are expecting to see more errors on future American Women's Series coins, the quarters that is, you might want to hold your breath or not hold your breath at all. Because I have a feeling, based off of Miss Ventress, the new director of the U.S. Mint, she has made it known that quality is going to be an important aspect moving forward. All right, and that's probably why we didn't see anything on the Nina Otero Warren quarters, with exception of a few die chips here and there. But one of two things are going to happen from the U.S. Mint going into 2023. And it doesn't matter what direction it goes, I think it's not going to be good. They can elect to kind of go down the same route, the same path as they did with the 2022 lineup, of course, adding in the Morgan Peace dollars, the kind of like soft integrating that into the product schedule, because you have to. They are out there, and people have already signed up for them. That's just going to make the offerings from the U.S. Mint in 2023 just absolutely abysmal. If there's no consumer confidence in the irregular lineup of coinage, most specifically some of the anchor products like the silver Proof set, the Clad Proof set, the Mint set, and just kind of like the core Silver Eagle stuff, their sales are going to tank next year. They will. Oh, yes, they will. Which will probably lead to low mintages of a few coins. That's, again, a conversation 5 years later on down the line when we go to do a retrospect type of video where we take a look at this period in U.S. Mint history. I mean, we're going to be beyond the pandemic long ahead of our time there, 5 years from now. But that's kind of like the first scenario, is that they elect to do nothing additional except the Morgan and Peace dollars and just offer up what is going to be a ho-hum kind of year, lackluster sales, nothing exciting to talk about, when all of these other world mints are knocking it out of the park with their low mintage fare, with their incredibly engraved coinage and their interesting kind of like weird shaped stuff. Yeah. I mean, have you guys seen the products from some of these worldwide mints? You know, some of them, you know, the shape of a country and made in silver and all that stuff. And there's going to be a heavy presence of desirability for those World Mint coins because a lot of them have good old Queen Elizabeth II, and they're going to be pouring that over into 2023. They're going to kind of milk that a little bit, but they're also going to be planning to integrate King Charles III or IV, V, one of those, into their coinage. All right. Enjoy that, by the way. Good looking, you know. But the second scenario that will be disastrous is if they said, well, I am confident that we could enter into 2023 and just super load up the US Mint website with all sorts of unique items, low mintage stuff. We're going to go back to the way it was from 2020, 2019, 2021, and offer some ridiculously low mintage stuff or some incredibly popular type of items on the US Mint website. And I'm kind of feeling like they do that, they're going to be ill prepared to handle the order and the workload coming from the customers to order those items. All right. They are not the Royal Canadian Mint, where they could put up on a monthly basis like 10 new commemorative coins with mintages under 500, and then have the capacity and the website ability to handle sellouts like on an immediate basis. The US Mint website is not freaking designed for that. At least I have no indication. Unless they did some drastic overhaul during this year, and that's kind of like the reason why we're seeing just basic stuff for this particular calendar year, is maybe they took time, they dedicated resources, money, manpower, technology, and they shoved it into a barrel to improve the actual client, the interface that we all go to. Because, godly, that thing needed some extra help. But whichever way the US Mint goes for 2023, I kind of have a bad feeling about it. It's either going to be boring as shit, or they're going to be doing too much too soon. And I don't know. I'm kind of at a point where I don't think the US Mint can do the average, like right down the middle, like pump out more stuff. I've never seen that before. You know? Yeah, the Morgan and Silver dollar. If we hadn't seen it already in 2021, the Morgan and Silver Peace Dollar series, even though they're doing a reverse proof, I mean, I'm kind of jacked about that and excited. But if they would have debuted that in 2023, and I wouldn't know why they would, because it wouldn't be the 100-year anniversary, that would be the big marquee product. That would be, I would say, the one thing that would level out the whole entire US Mint release schedule for one particular year. People are going to be looking forward to that thing. But now that we've seen it, it was an absolute dog and pony show. People hated it. They hated the experience. The products weren't exactly to the liking of a lot of people that did want them. That kind of diminishes the overall specialness of the 2023 release. And again, let me reiterate, that's the big reason why that if you went on the US Mint website today, they still have these coins available on enrollment, especially the limited edition reverse proof coins, which people are going to be gunning for. Now, not saying that the elevated mintages are a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's to give people the opportunity that really wanted them the chance to buy them. But again, the big dark cloud looming over 2021 and the whole issue with the series has really kind of like created a spore of just bad juju. You know, it's like a virus that's like it infected. It's infecting everything else like it. And it's not ever a good thing. And I have a feeling that that's probably what we're going to see with the upcoming release next year. The interest will be lukewarm at best. It's not going to be a hot product. It's not. I touted it as a product to be on the lookout for, but most specifically, the reverse proof release, which I still think is going to be the one to get. Even though they're kind of doing a little trickery on us, a little smoke and mirrors by actually making the mintages of the basic standard ones lower than the reverse proof. I think that's what it is. Let me double check. Oh boy. Should I even check? I mean, does anyone give a flying rat's? All right, so I have to remember how to get there. You gotta go under shop. You gotta go into coins, coin program, that's the name of it. Yeah, the American Innovation coins are not good. They were not good. So the Morgan and Peace dollar, it's a 2-coin set, by the way. And these have a mintage limit of 250K with a household order limit of 3. The regular, like Philadelphia, Morgan and Peace, is 275K. So it's 275K for the P mint uncirculated. For the P's P mint, this one is 275 as well. So I mean, the mintages are very similar, but when you look at it from a grander scale, the actual regular uncirculated coins are kind of scarcer, even though they have a slightly larger mintage limit. Because when you look at just a base uncirculated, kind of like Silver Eagles, right? If you have just a regular bullion Silver Eagle at 500,000 mintage, and then you have a proof one at 500,000 mintage, I mean, which one's more special, right? Probably the bullion one, by a little bit. Because that one is highly regarded and highly stacked, and they are a lot closer to what the melt value is. But yeah, the regular proof Morgans are 400,000. That is maddening to me. Why would you do that? That should also be 250K. But again, I understand. They're going to elevate the mintages so that way more people get an opportunity to own that. And then let's say they don't sell out of it. They're just going to go ahead and sell it into 2024. And then if it doesn't sell out then, they'll go ahead and cut the mintage right where it's capped at the time on which they pull the listing. And then they'll probably melt the rest of it. I have a feeling that that's how it's going to work. So that's kind of a recap. I wanted to take some time. This is most definitely going to be the last US Mint video for 2022 coming for my channel. Because quite honestly, that's all I think it deserves. It doesn't deserve any more press. And I think that's probably the way it was intended to be coming from the US Mint. They just want to keep themselves out of the freaking public eye. From the coin world and all that stuff. And just I don't know. Stand pat, right? Kind of like playing poker. It's like sometimes the best move is just not doing a thing at all, So anyways, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. All right. As always, we're always collecting. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel or this video if you haven't done so already. Jeez, what are you waiting for? And also check me out on the good old Tickety Talk at BlueRidgeSilverhound if you're looking for much shorter videos instead of me rambling like this. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for all the views. Always appreciative. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. All right. Don't do any hasty US Mint moves.